then obviously there's Ben John's best player in the world. Did not have a good singles day, made the mixed doubles final. But this is going to be fun. Gabe Tardio, Riley Newman going to get us started. Let's play pickleball. High drives usually don't work to Ben.
0-0-1. Not going to work against most of the field out here.
Yes. And the aggressive posture of Gabe in the middle is fantastic to watch.
0-0-2.
Riley, he really uses his legs to get down low in those dinks. You know, it makes him look, them look easy, but that's because he's engaged so much with the legs. If you watch him, he gets so low. And Riley was a good finisher. I feel like, you know, behind Ben, he was kind of looked at as the second best player in pickleball. And he's, not to say he's fallen back, you know, he's maybe just isn't quite as dominant as last year. So we'll see if he can kind of reflect that form that he was in and establish himself as that next best player.
Tell the story. He has definitely fallen back from that standpoint for sure. Now he had a couple of semifinals last week, and this is a big match. See the Collin John style of just turning his shoulder, and then all you got to do is hit a backhand.
0-0-2.
I think that ATP was going out. It's obviously so tough in the moment to make that decision.
Yeah, going across for Collin is not going to be fun with Gabe sitting there. First point finally scored for Newman and Tardio.
You can't speed up cross court at these high levels. The men especially, they're too good. The hands are too quick. We saw in that previous point game was just all over that.
Great shot there, caught Gabe sliding.
We see the hands from Riley Newman. That's what he does best.
Tried to keep him in it.
Did a good job for about three shots, but in the end it was too much from the Johns.
That's nice from CJ. Straight ahead and then gets the ball down.
1-2-1.
Collin does such a good job of sliding to his right and just using, like you said, he kind of turns and has just such a strong counter punch to these speed ups.
Body bag counter for Ben Johns, gets tagged from Gabe. Wow.
That's a shot that Gabe, I don't think, had a year ago. One that he stole from someone he was talking about earlier.
Yes. very thin needle right there, Sam.
Excellent patience. Good patience from everyone. And then Riley with like you said, the finisher up the line in a very small margin that he had to work with.
Uh-oh.
Riley encouraged him. I think that's actually the right move from Gabe. Just go. It's kind of an all or nothing cross.
2-2-2.
I liked everything about that. Look at that, because you don't want Gabe to play passively. So yeah, he got beat, no big deal. He gave him a pat on the back, attaboy, saying go get it, and look what you get in the next rally.
The replay is across the middle.
That stayed in.
Again, though, the hands from Gabe. And when you look at Gabe Tardio, looks-wise, doesn't look overly intimidating. He's young, and, he's got the braces, but and I'm not even going to say he's on the come-up because he's already there.
Oh,
he is a threat. He is skilled. He's going to be around for a long time, and I expect to see him on the podium often.
Yes.
Ben just slowly worked his way to a pop-up. He seemed like he was getting an edge with every dink, and then finally one's left a little high. He had his choice on that final shot.
I mean, the CJ Reset Clinic, it's incredible. Finally get a miss from Ben.
Collin with 5 resets that were hit to perfection.
And standing pretty straight up, too. His technique's, it's just solid. Just caresses the ball back over, and then they get a gift on the next one.
4-3-2.
Back-to-back gifts from Riley Newman.
5-3-2.
And that's why 3 here against a very good team in the quarters. Wow. CJ's like, you got me once, bro.
And there's been so many points like that where it's Ben Johns, Riley Newman, and CJ's just waiting. He's waiting for the Newman's speed up. He's seen it before. Such a good job.
Oh, no. A gift as just a prayer reset from Ben. Hits the tape and falls over. Gabe would have been smart to let that hit the bar there.
Yep.
Wow, the Johns brothers are on point here, 9-3. You saw one rally there where Riley actually stayed on the right, so we'll keep an eye on that. Wow. 10-3 here.
The Johns are just dictating the points. It feels like they're playing the points on their terms. See if Newman and Tardio can make a difference here late in game 1. If not, they'll make some adjustments in game 2.
Riley sitting on that, just slid right into it, and They saved one game point, but they got a lot of work to do. That does show you the flexibility of these two and the versatility to be able to play both sides. On it, but caught a flyer.
Ben actually left his speed up a little high. Yeah. I think sometimes because Ben is so good, you don't expect him to leave speed ups high. You know, you don't expect him to hit shots that are, in his terms, a bad shot.
Right.
4-10-2.
Lightning fast, and Riley is willing to go cross court because he thinks he's going to get it back in the middle, and that feeds the pancake, and that's what he got there.
Even if he loses a hands battle, he's losing a speed up to Collin. Riley's, got the confidence in his head.
For sure.
Belief can go a long way in any sport. He's stubborn enough to keep doing it and prove to everyone out here that he's got the fastest hands and the best speed ups.
And that'll do it. So a tidy 11-5 for the Johns brothers here. Let's see if Newman and Tardio can find their best stuff because they, as Sam said, had that first game dictated to them. Will that continue? We'll see. You're watching the Rates Championships presented by Skechers.
Guaranteed pickleball play every week. No hassle, no paddle stacking lines, no worries. Join a pickleball league today and up your game with competitive, consistent, well-matched play. Connect with your local leagues, check live rankings on your phone, and play with ease. Whether you're there to socialize with your community, network across the net, or have fun playing your favorite sport, leagues are a stress-free way to enjoy your play. Find your closest league at pickleball.com and click Leagues today to get started.
Crucial for Riley Newman right now.
Yeah, and as you saw, probably the most shocking name below the line there is James Ignatowicz, 18. So he has some work to do. Dallas will be huge for these players. This tournament is worth 1,000 points. Dallas is a slam worth 2,000, so double everything. All right, let's see if the Johns keep dictating or if Riley and Gabe have some answers. And Collin is not happy at all. Got tagged way up high, and that is a stare that he is not thrilled with. Whoa, keep an eye on this. And followed up with a miss, but that was upper shoulder.
He was going for the tag.
Yeah,
and that's a good play. That's a play in pickleball. It's the right shot. You can't be upset about it if you get hit in this game. It's definitely part of it.
Yeah, you're 14 feet away, and there's Gabe Tardio at his finest. So the opponent has to deal with that. And today we're keeping track of how many of those body bags we get. We'll have counters for you later. Get to the first one was something special for Gabe because he had his paddle on the other side of his body.
It almost looks like he jumped here and made the adjustment mid-air.
He did.
That's good body awareness.
Yeah, maybe Cirque du Soleil needs another performer here.
But you could see Gabe when he and most players when they are reacting to a speed up, it's on. If you're right-handed, it's a you're going at it as a backhand volley. It's hard to make that adjustment to the forehand side, and he was able to do it on that last one. But 90% of the time, 95% of the time, you're going to counter with a backhand grip.
That's sent down with purpose. So John's brothers get the ball back.
2-1-1.
And going back to the rankings we were talking about earlier with James and Nadowich on the outside, Newman at 15, that's kind of a testament to the game, the competitiveness that it is right now. You know, a year ago, 2 years ago, there was really 5 to 8 guys that stood out, and now the depth in this game is growing every month.
Yes. Gabe able to get a paddle on that. Sometimes your hands being fast, like I wouldn't have touched that. I just hope it wouldn't have hit me. It would have gone deep for sure. Gabe was so quick, he was able to get a paddle there, which actually was to his detriment. Wow. Look at this madness. After all that, CJ can't come up with the last counter. And look at this. We have Brooke Buckner and Zoe Wong. They have been playing terrific. They take the 3 seed out, 11-7 in the third. Good for them. They're going to keep rolling. Okay, so they survive a high dink from Riley there.
How about the resets from the Johnson?
That's
I need to
ridiculous.
buy a ticket to one of their fantasy camps. Learn how to reset like the Johns brothers.
It's because they're calm. I mean, a lot of players are off balance and spastic, and they're just totally under control and throw it right back in the kitchen. That goes off Ben's paddle, and Gabe is coming back with a vengeance. They're within 1.
Gabe is ready for these speed ups, even the ones that he hasn't made necessarily. He's getting a good hit on it. He's seen it. He's engaged. He's a tough player to attack at the moment.
What a topspin lob from Gabe, and he pushed Riley out of the way. The right side player almost lost their balance there, Sam. This is something else to see how he is positioning himself. Look at this.
Good aggressive move, though.
Yeah.
When you're confident, you're coming off a lob that won you the point. Sometimes you just got to go off momentum, and that's kind of what he's doing right now. Although he's lost it just like that.
Yeah, can't. That's the thing that has made him terrific again. When he's coming up, say last year, there were peaks and valleys. There's rarely a valley with him anymore. Wow, signature Ben John shots wasn't even close there, Sam.
He actually got the ball he wanted. He had the opening. He just didn't execute it. Just kind of misplayed it.
Oh, my. We're still going. That's going to go. Oh, it's on the line. Hello, Newman. What a rally that one was, and he wants them on their feet here in Las Vegas. That was terrific. Look at the Pickleball Central replay here. My goodness. Oh, he missed it.
Wow. That's true. You guys called it out, yes?
So they're going to challenge. That's interesting that Riley asked Ben, was it long or wide? Side player, Salmon just took that all the way back. Ooh, is this in?
Ah, gosh, it's so difficult to say. I think I caught a piece of the line.
I think it's in.
I think it's in as well.
And again, we do not have our close call replay just for this weekend. We'll have it for the balance.
I know I'm not supposed to be biased, but I want it to be in. The move was so
Gabe,
great,
yes,
right? He deserves that ball to be hit for a winner.
You want that to be rewarded, Sam.
Exactly.
Here's a look. This could be a better look if Ben's not blocking him. That Riley and Ben had a discussion about which call. So Jim Price, what's the word?
Two timeouts remaining. 2 timeouts remaining. We'll resume play at 5-4-1.
Sam, you got your wish. But I also think it's correct. So you got your wish granted, but
At the end of the day, we just want the right call.
100%. Gabe leaves it up just a bit there.
He kind of made a poor decision mid-dink. Tardio take it in the air. He let it bounce.
5-4-2.
Got a little uncomfortable and left it up just enough for Ben to attack.
Caught CJ on the run, and it's 6-4.
6-4-2.
Lefty save. And then Ben lights it up at the right hip.
Newman Tardio hung in for a while.
Yes.
Well, they did their best to make the Johns play about 10 shots.
So Ben is looking to take the ball out of the air always. And there, shortchanged his own self and just decided to let it bounce and then got caught. You don't see that very often. Just wide for Riley. He's got one of the best ATPs over there because he can curl it with that left hand on the two-handed backhand.
5-6-2.
Able to get on the outside of it and curl the ball back in. Well, that one not quite enough.
Point.
And we are tied after that misplay.
6-6-2.
Yeah, way too high from Riley. Is this timeout time, or are they going to play through it? Riley seems to be walking. Gabe's not aware.
It's not a team decision.
Not at all. So Gabe's like, oh, we're catching the 3:43 by. My apologies. I didn't realize that.
Before Gabe did. He was back here in the corner getting ready to return. Next thing you know, he looked over. Newman's at the bench.
And Riley's like, look how smart I am. Slowed the momentum. Come on, Gabe. Now let's go get him.
6-7-1.
Wow, plane of the net violation on Riley. So Gabe's feet were fine, but Riley's positioning strayed, and he wasn't the one playing that shot. So that's why that happened there, Sam. Wow.
Unfortunate, because it was such a good get from Riley off the Ernie from Collin.
Can't get his paddle out of the way there.
Again, you don't see that too often.
Here's the cross in the plane where Riley just turned into a spectator and the left foot crossed the plane of the line on a ball he did not play that his partner did. Wow, what a get from Gabe. Oh, no. After all that, goes sprinting forward on a perfect drop, Sam, and then lost his mind.
You got to feel bad for him. He did everything he could possibly do to work his way back on the point. And maybe a little ambitious there, but just catches the tape.
And this team needs to be moving and have that kinetic energy, Sam. And I love points like that for them. I mean, what in the world? 3-5 dinks that no one wanted to do anything with, and then Ben threw one in the net. What is happening?
It's almost like Riley was inviting Collin to speed up or take one out of the air, and it surprised everyone. And it was so bad it worked.
Effectively bad there.
7-7-2.
How in the world did Gabe find an angle there, Sam? We're staring down that.
Get an ATP from the baseline.
Yes.
Ben did an excellent job of covering it, but you're right, we have a perfect angle of that. This is the net by inches.
Tries to help Riley out there. A great drive from Ben, and they're within 3 of taking this hotly contested match in 2 straight games.
First bit of communication we've seen from this team. It's hard to think sometimes. It's 7-8, game 2, we've lost game 1.
Read him out and get the miss from Ben, and everything is being funneled through Ben here, Sam.
Sure is. Nothing worse
9-7-2.
as a spectator than watching a dink rally and having it end on a dink miss.
Yeah, we want to speed up at the end. Two balls, he knows it was his fault, and we are at match point for the top seed.
10-7-2.
So confused CJ there. He's usually so set, thought it was going somewhere else. So they will live to fight another day. Can they make a rally of their own? I mean, that was above the head on the third.
There's been some communication error. Some of these dinks late. That third from Riley, these errors, if you want to call them errors,
I'll call that an error.
They're unfortunately coming at the most crucial point of the game right now.
So the ball was held for like 10 seconds. Match point number 2. And an ATP closes the door for Ben and Collin, and Gabe and Riley's day is over. 2 straight games and one that you thought might go 3, but the Johns brothers work the algorithm perfectly. We'll talk to them after this. They're heading to the semis.